In this video, I talked with 12 vegan YouTubers about their favorite vegan documentary and which ones they recommend for anyone who is looking to go vegan. What's up guys, Tino here, aka Bananiac. I have a master's degree in nutrition and I post weekly videos on plant-based nutrition, fitness, and vegan lifestyle tips. So if you're new here, definitely subscribe. I had the chance to talk with 12 other vegan YouTubers about their favorite vegan documentaries and which ones they found the most useful for helping others to go vegan. And honestly, who doesn't love watching a good documentary? Let's jump right into the video and hear what they have to say. What would you say your favorite vegan documentary is?
What the hell? I mean, Forks Over Knives was kind of the one that pushed me to really like go full on and do it the healthy way. But I think What the Health is definitely the best documentary that's like put together. And then Cowspiracy is also really, really good. But they were made by the same people.
There's so many good vegan documentaries, and I was even in What the Health, which I think is a really good one to watch from the health aspect. But for me, it's something more like Samsara, which shows the factory. There's no words needed. It just shows the scale of what we're doing in animal agriculture, and it just makes you realize how unnecessary it is.
Favorite vegan documentary is probably either Forks Over Knives or maybe What the Health.
Forks Over Knives has to be one of my favorites, and What the Health.
We have many. I think the most popular and successful of 2017 was What the Health by far, and that's the one that we recommend that everyone watch. But in terms of remaining vegan, I think you really need that ethical understanding because veganism is for the animals. So I think documentary films like Earthlings, which you can watch online for free at earthlings.com. Also,
Land of Hope and Glory if you're in the UK, Lucent if you're in Australia, and also Dominion is coming out for the Australian audience in 2018. So, you know, they're our favourite because they have obviously the ethical foundation, but What the Health is obviously drawing a lot of people in from that perspective too.
From a health perspective, you know, Forks Over Knives was kind of the one that got me going, and then I saw Dr. McDougall, and from there I went towards the starch diet. That's kind of my favorite, like ethically, or from a health perspective, but ethically, you know, I've also watched Earthlings and Cowspiracy are good ones. I mean, obviously they're hard to watch, especially Earthlings, but from a vegan, like a full ethical perspective, that's also a very popular one.
I really like What the Health. That was the latest one that I've seen. I know there's been a few ones that have come out that I probably haven't seen, but I really think that one was just very well done and super informative. So I think that one's my favorite.
Oh, I don't know what my favorite vegan documentary would be. Okja. I'm joking. It's not a documentary. So Forks Over Knives is probably my favorite one just because it really highlighted the work of Dr. Esselstyn, which is reversing heart disease, which is our #1 killer, which is super huge. And it also sort of got me looking at a healthier vegan diet as well in terms of oil. Like before that, I didn't look into Esselstyn and didn't realize that oil wasn't a health food. So that was a huge thing for me, and just the whole documentary I thought was really well put together.
My favorite vegan documentary is Carnage because what Simon Amstel did, the director and the producer of that film, he's a comedian in the UK, quite a famous one actually. But what he did was produce a different kind of documentary. It had comedy, it wasn't the usual dreary vegan message, and it's that film that really motivates me in my like end of year films that I do on Plant-Based News. Just his editing style and stuff like that, I really sort of look up to it.
My favorite documentary is probably Cowspiracy. I just resonate a lot with spreading the environmental message of the plant-based and vegan movement. And I love that documentary because I find that a lot of modern and young people, they'll do anything for the planet to be more sustainable, but they don't care as much about their personal health or even the life of farm animals, to be honest, which is crazy to me because I much more care. I mean, I care about lowering the amount of suffering that's on our planet, but Cowspiracy is so good because it inspires people that the best thing that they can do for Mother Earth and all its inhabitants and wildlife and water resources and land resources is to stop eating animals and stop contributing to the animal agriculture industry and to go vegan.
I'm gonna have to go with Forks Over Knives just because that's what made me kind of go vegan, but What the Health was amazing too. Those would be my top two for sure. So if you haven't seen any of those, definitely watch Forks Over Knives and What the Health. They're both on Netflix. They're both really eye-opening and life-changing.
I think my favorite documentary is Forks Over Knives because I love to cook and I feel like that had the most food-like aspect to it. So when I watched that documentary, I think that's what first opened up my eyes into the realm of veganism and realizing that it was so good for me too.
So there you guys have it. The most popular documentaries mentioned were Forks Over Knives, What the Health, Cowspiracy, and Earthlings. And all of them together have a great message on how a plant-based diet is good for your health, the animals, and the planet. So I definitely recommend those. Actually, Forks Over Knives is what got me hooked. It just opened my eyes to nutrition. I never thought nutrition was that powerful to have an effect on your longevity and the treatment and prevention of chronic diseases. And I'm actually wearing my Forks Over Knives shirt right now. It's Farms to Forks, which was an event back in 2013. And I had the privilege of going and meeting and connecting with many of those plant-based doctors. Such a great documentary if you haven't seen it yet. And there were also some other documentaries that were mentioned that I never heard of, like Carnage, Land of Hope and Glory, Dominion, Lucent, and Samsara. What is your favorite vegan documentary and why? Post it in the comments down below. Like and share this video if you got something out of it, and subscribe down below for more videos from this collab. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.